Okay, testing. I think that's better. Sorry for everybody having headphones in. Hopefully we didn't hurt too many ears, but good morning and welcome to the Bulungula Resilient Communities webinar. This is our third episode. If you'd like to watch the other episodes, they're on our website, so I'll share that link in the chat. Please note that we are recording this session today, so we're going to upload it to YouTube for those who cannot attend live. But my name is Sigrid Kite-Banks, and I have the pleasure of introducing my colleagues Lindiwe Tukane, Samora Dodwana, Dali Malaile, and Bongezwa Sontundu. And today they're going to present our Holistic Early Childhood Development Program, which we've been running successfully since 2009. And following their presentation, we're going to open the floor for a Q&A session. So please, if you have any questions, you can either put them in the chat or once we start the Q&A, you can take yourself off mute. But we just ask that during the presentation, just to keep yourselves muted, and then we'll make sure that you have time to engage with the presenters afterwards. But without further ado, we're going to hand over to Lindiwe Tukane to start our presentation.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for availing yourselves to our presentation. As Sigi has introduced me, I am Lindiwe Tukane, the Education Program Manager, but today I'm going to talk about our Holistic ECD program. Our Holistic ECD program starts with our Holistic ECD program starts with the ECD at home. And ECD at home, we are taking care of the first 1,000 days, and it's managed by Noma Kaya, the health workers. You heard that we have Bongezwa Sontundu here, who's going to be here for a question and answer. So this first 1,000 days becomes very, very important to us. And as a result, we start with healthy pregnancy, where the home-based carers make sure that the pregnant women have got prenatal and postnatal care. And that also includes health monitoring, giving vitamin provision, nutrition advice, breastfeeding, alcohol harm screening, HIV management. We also take care of the child's health, where the nurses from our Bulungulan Health Point go and check our children, how they are growing, all the growing points for them, and making sure that they are dewormed, making sure that they do the road to health according to the guidelines. ECD at home also involves 0 to 3, it's 0 to 3 years old. And ECD at home, they also have play groups where the parents now go up to a certain point and the Noma Kayas facilitate the learning, the stimulation of the children. The mothers play with their kids, they sing songs and everything that is going to contribute towards the growth of them. So I said ECD at home starts from 0 to 3 years. Then when they come from the play groups, they go to our center-based. So they go to our centers. It starts from 3 to 6 years. We've got 3 classes. We divide them according to their ages. And then we make sure that our ECD centers are fully equipped. The teachers are trained. We train the parents to apply and manage the subsidy from Department of Education. We make sure that the teachers have got a qualification, at least grade, a level 4 qualification. And also, we also keep on continuing training our teachers. One of our highlights is that every Friday afternoon, all the center teachers, of which there are 10, they meet under one roof. They plan for what's going to happen the following week. So they do the weekly plans. And we also have make sure that our children have got nutrition, healthy nutrition. They eat hot meals, 2 hot meals a day. And also we make sure that they are screened for any health problems or any diseases they've got. Also eyesight screen, sight and hearing screening. We're also at the center-based ECD. We also assess these children whilst we are busy the whole week doing the activities, the whole month. We make sure that all the developmental areas of the child are taken care of, for us to be sure that we are doing well what we are doing. We grow. We use assessment and monitoring, where we use ELOM, early learning outcomes measurement, and also the GROW app. So in the, also because it's not I'm concentrating on ECD, we have a high school here called Bulungula College, and one of the streams in the high school in our college is the Job Skills and Entrepreneurship Program, where the young matriculants who have passed their matric from BC, they attend at this program, and they are trained on courses like NQF level 4. What I can share with you with the keys for success, how to create and sustain a successful ECD program, is community engagement. It is very important that you engage the communities. We are a community-based organization, and it's one of our values that whatever we do, it is done through the community collaboration. So what we do with community engagement, for instance, we started with our ECD center. The first one was Jujuha ECD Center, but we are operating under 4 villages. So when our chief saw the Jujuha ECD Center, they wanted us to go and build other centers in other areas of our operation. So that's where community comes in. So they gave us land and made mud bricks and cut grass. All themselves, they volunteered. They have a builder. All what the BI did was just to buy things that they cannot make themselves, like windows. Otherwise, everything was done by community members. We also train parents who are parent committees, who are very responsible for making sure that we get the government subsidy. So they participate very successfully, and we also train them in financial management. Those committees that we trained for subsidy support are also taken from the parents. So each and every ECD center, we've got parents that are volunteering or going to we train them, they come to the preschools, the ECD centers, we work with them. And then I've mentioned training and development. We keep on doing the training and development for our staff and our parents, because parents also, we do the health point, and not the health point. Parents, we do the community development programs, like showing them how to play with the kids, getting involved in the education of the child. They also volunteer in making toys. So that is all the kinds of training that we're doing. And we also integrate health. I've mentioned the health point, where the nurses from the health point go visit our ECD centers and make sure that the children have a healthy nutrition. Then I've also spoken about assessment and monitoring. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to introduce to you, in fact, Siki has introduced them, my colleagues who are doing data management. I have Dali Malele and Samora Dodwana who are going to be doing the presentation on data management, because it's very, very important for our holistic ECD program, because make sure that whatever we are doing in class, it appears on our data, and it also releases stress from us who are sitting at the office, because we are able to see what is happening in other ECD centers through this data management. Over to you, Dali. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Hi, everyone. As Sis Lindy says, my name is Dali Malele. I'll be presenting on the data management system. Okay. We have a beneficiary list that we call a master list, where every I would say the project, which is ECDs, Health Point, and ECD education and stuff, that they have a link on that. I would say it's like a room with multiple doors where every project has an access into. That is those tablectomies and ECDs. That is our person-centered approach. Okay, and then our data works like we have any, I would say, multiple softwares that link together, like we have from the data being captured, which is we call primal data, which is captured from the center. Then automatically it goes, thank you. And automatically it goes to the, okay, we capture that by Ukobo Collect software, which is an app. And then that goes to a table. From a table, it's cleaning and processing, and then we have a storage, which is it stores the data. And then from the table, it goes to a local studio where you can do where you can like do a presentation by visualizing the data, and then using I'll go into the electronic forms. That is like a Kobo Collect forms, where like we're not using any hard copies anymore. Now we just like use the tablets, you capture the information. I'll just sort of kind of repeating what I said already. So you capture the data from the center, the field, and then it goes automatically into the system. So that is also on time efficient operations. And then it like reduce errors, and then it's in terms of time management, it's quite like efficient, because like you're not like you don't have a we use actually before to spend like I would say 2 weeks capturing from the hard copies, because the guys work from the field, capture the information, and then they bring it to us, and then that takes like a time. Yes. And then on the track on also it is very important that it like reduce stress into the system. It will actually reduce stresses from the managers on the office, where they don't have to go to survey what is going on into the field, because they have like a dashboard into that laptops. Like they can see what's going on in the system. Like you capture information, and then after like 2-3 hours, and then the information is there. Like the system or like automatically update itself. And then that is me actually. Sam will take over.
Good day, everyone. My name is Samora Dodwana. So I'll be taking you through a demo on how we capture the data from the field. So, okay, this is how we do the capturing, but it's speed fast6. So we have three electronic forms that we are using, which is curriculum attendance, or attendance tracker, and curriculum tracker, together with assessment. So what we do, teachers used to use the hard copies to do the attendance, and sorry. Okay, so the teachers used to use the hard copies to capture the data from the field. And since we moved from using the hard copies to electronic forms that we are using on capturing, so the teachers are capturing from the field by using Kobo Collect, which is our app. Then Kobo Collect automatically sends the data to Airtable, as Dali said. So now I'm going to take you through the demo on how they do the capturing on the field. So first of all, you go into the tablet, and then I think it's fast6. You have to do it. Yeah. So you go to your tablet, and then click on the app called Kobo Collect. Then when you click there, it will take you through the menu of the app. Then through the menu of the app, where you have to select the date where you have to select the form that you're gonna capture. Then if you select the form, I'm gonna take you through the curriculum tracker. Can you go back a bit, 6? Can you do it in pauses, maybe? Then you go back, you go to the app, and then you select the date, and then it take you through the schools that are operating within the Bulungula incubator, which is Jujuha, Maspatisane, Mazizini, Papaman, and Luzuko. So you click on the school that you're going to take that you're going to work on, and then you select the class. Let's say you select the class, and then next it will take you through the programs that are operating within the schools, and then you select the activity, you select the program. It will take you through the activities that are operating within the school. As you can see, there is drawing, painting, modeling, and cutting and pasting. Then you click on the activity that you are busy working on now, and then it will take you through on the verification picture, where you will see that the class has been done, and then on the next you send the thing to the you send the thing to the Airtable. I think that's all for the demo. So now I'll be showing you the dashboard on how the dashboard works. Yeah. So this is our curriculum tracker dashboard. So it's curriculum adherence. So as you can see, there is a, now it's a, okay, now it's out. As you can see, there is a learner with 50% at less than 50% attendance. This is how we track the attendance of the learners within the school. Then these are our flags actually, where you can see that these kids needs to be followed up by the teachers of this in the schools. And then on the right there, you can see the assessment performance. So this is how we track the learners that are lacking in terms of performances. And then now you can see the scores of the schools. You can see the scores of the schools, as you can see there. We track the performances, and then we can track also which school that is doing well now and which school that needs an attention from the teachers and also from us. So, that is all from me now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sis Lindy, Sam, Dolly, and it was very informative. And so we're going to open it up now for Q&A. So I'm just going to check the chat. Sorry, I was sharing the screen this whole time. But if you have any questions, feel free to either put it in the chat or you can unmute yourself and ask. We also have Bongezwa Sontundu here, who is the health program manager who manages the health integration aspect of the ECD program. So please ask away. Okay, so we have a first question from Catherine Young. Thank you. What kind of training do you take your parent committee through?
Depending, we train them as their needs come, depending on what we need to do. For instance, all the parent committees of all the ECD centers are trained. In fact, do practicals. We go to the bank. We are trained on how to apply for ECD, completing that ECD application form, and also going to open an account from the bank at the bank, and then financial management. What is the ECD supposed to be for? Because the subsidy doesn't pay everything. So you make sure that the parents know what the money is going to be for. And also we train them on how to write minutes, how to hold their committees. There's a chairperson, and what the role of the chairperson, the role of the secretary, the role of the treasurer. Those are the kinds of training for regarding subsidy. But also parents, we train them on how to put to make equipment for keeping their documents, very important documents, so that the documents don't go all over. We also train them on how to make pillows for their children. When it's cold, each and every child has a mattress or a pillow, not a mattress, a pillow to sit on.
Okay, thanks, Sis Lindy. If there are any other questions, feel free to unmute yourself or you can go ahead and put it in the chat. Okay. We actually have one more question for either Dolly or Sam. With data collection, what happens if there's no cell phone signal?
Actually, the Kobo form doesn't need any sort of signal. You can capture your data, and then when you reach the internet or the signals back, and then it sync into the system straight.
Thank you for the question. Anything else?
Hi, sorry, I can't figure out how to put my hand up.
No
Can I just
problem.
ask a question?
Yes, please feel free.
Sure. When you were populating your toolkit with the different curriculum aspects, are you using the national curriculum or for ECDs that they're developing, or is it your own that you've used over the years? Does that make sense?
Yes, we are using the curriculum supplied by the Department of Education, the national curriculum.
Great, thank you.
Thanks, Kath. Are there any other questions? And if that's it for today, we will wrap up. And what we'll do is we'll send you the link to the YouTube video once we have uploaded it. And if you do have any other questions, please feel free to email us. Our email is info@bulungulaincubator.org. And otherwise, please keep an eye out for our next episode. And we really appreciate you all taking 30 minutes out of your morning to come join us. It's been a really wonderful conversation, and we hope that we can stay in touch and chat with you guys again soon. Oh, I'm so sorry. I just wrapped this up, but it looks like we have one more question, if everybody's okay to stay around for just one more question. Okay, one last question from Sino, and then we'll wrap it up. What kind of assistance are you looking for, and how do other organizations go about assisting the project?
Can you explain further? I don't understand the question. Otherwise, if I talk about assistance, there's a lot of assistance that we need. For instance, we do have forums. We joined the forum, which is Tafelehashe Forum, where all other ECD centers go to. And then we share everything that is needed by the department. So they would come to us and give us the information that we need. And also we do get assistance from other role players. For instance, I would ask a person who is an expert on ECD to come and evaluate our ECD and give us some suggestions. It's all over, where whoever is able to assist, you get, because we are not relaxed saying that what we are doing is perfect. There are many other advices that we got from different people. There was a lady from Germany who is an ECD expert, and then we met, and I asked her to come and visit and tell us what she thinks about our center. And we had a spot where we, as the staff, used to sit on. We call it Mtunzi. It's a don't shade. Yes. So this expert from Germany said, but that would be fine for children to play. And we realized, wow, the way they were so happy to be having their own space, and it's just their own space. They know nobody goes there. It's their space. So we get any other kind, and we also refer to anyone who's going to be able to help you with something that you needed at that point.
And I think it's such a good question, and Sis Lindy brought up a good idea that the point of having these webinars too is to be able to share our system, but we also are very keen on learning and finding different synergies with different people. You know, we're implementing all these different projects, but it's always very helpful to have other experts and innovators in the field to help us explore different types of synergies. So we're always very open to that. And again, if you have any ideas or you would like to be in touch, please email us. We would love to talk further. Otherwise, thank you all so much again for joining. And yeah, we'll upload this to YouTube and send it out so you can share with anybody. Otherwise, have a wonderful rest of your Friday and a good weekend. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thanks, team. Bye.